Hey y'all, welcome back to Reality Check Please. I'm your host Cassie and happy Thursday. We are back to talk a little bit about the controversy that's going on in my comment section about our recap of Tuesday night's episode on Love Island Games. We're also going to be talking about the crazy podcast that Pepe dropped with Miley Cyrus's mom Tish Cyrus on Sorry We're Cyrus. It dropped this morning and Iris's mom is entering the chat. So before we jump in, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know where you guys are watching from. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, and I cannot do that without y'all's help. So with that being said, let's jump right in. I wanted to start off by saying it was never my intention to allude that KayKay was a mean girl. I simply said I was not sorry that they left, given how they reacted to them being put in a duel. Honestly, guys, it only made sense. It would not have been a fair fight, let's be so for real, if either Andrea or KayKay would have gone up against Andreina, because Andreina has proven that she cannot hold her own in a challenge. So yes, if we wanted to get rid of Andreina, cool. However, she is seen as like a weaker link. So why would they get rid of her when they could get rid of either one of the strongest links? You get me? So I can understand that KayKay was upset and frustrated and hurt and confused that she was going to be going up her best friend. However, the same way we can understand that she's upset, she should be able to understand that that is what Love Island Games is all about. She and Chris made a safe couple vulnerable, and that couple got sent home. In this situation, Chris and KayKay were already at the bottom. They have nobody to blame but themselves for not scoring high. Not even just them, all of the couples that were at the bottom. Andreina and Johnny, Andrea and Toby, Chris and KayKay, they were the bottom couples. So they have no right to be upset that they are in the bottom because this challenge was performance based and they did not perform. I've always said since the beginning of this channel that I wanted to build and create a community where we could give our opinions, feedback, hot takes without it causing a war in the comment sections. I don't expect everybody to agree with me on every single topic because that's just not reality. We are all human. We have the right to form our own opinion based off of what we see. So with that being said, I apologize if you guys took anything of what I said and relate it to me thinking that KayKay was a mean girl because that's simply not true. However, I do not apologize for my opinion the same way I don't expect you guys to apologize for your opinions because that would not make this channel and our feelings authentic. I have people who have agreed with me who love KayKay and think that the way that she reacted or handled the situation was not the best, and that is okay. We should be able to give our opinions, give our feedback of the way that these Islanders react on TV, on a show that they have been on previous. We can't even say that, you know what, they don't know what they're signing up for because all of these people are veterans. Some have been on games, some have been on All Stars, some have been on Love Island USA 1 or 2 times prior. You know, they have been in the ring of Love Island before. So they know what to expect when it comes to us giving our opinions and they know what they are signing up for. We are all in the court of public opinion. So with that being said, we should be able to give our opinion, give our hot takes without it being so deep about race. That is the farthest thing from the truth when it comes to me, my opinions and our reality checks and our videos, because it's just simply not true when it comes to my stuff. And no one is arguing that KayKay, shouldn't have had a human emotion. She has every right to feel the way that she feels. My thing was how they reacted to the news. It should be fine for us to say, you know what, maybe she did not act the best. However, just because we say that does not mean that we are saying that that's who she is, because it's not true. We are all human. KayKay's human. It's ignorant for us to say, she handled every single one of those situations perfectly, because every single one of those Islanders is going to come out and has come out on previous seasons, watching it back and thinking, you know what, I probably could have reacted differently in that situation. And that is okay because we are all human. You guys have your opinions and that's great. I've never disrespected any one of the Islanders, none of my viewers or listeners. We've done over how many videos already about every single Islander. I feel like you guys have gotten to know a little bit about who I am and how we give these hot takes. If you think I'm biased, so be it. I'm sorry. You don't have to be here if you don't want to. No one's holding you here. If you are unhappy with my content, feel free to leave. I will keep it as real as I possibly can, but I am also not going to change my opinion just because we disagree. I would also not expect you guys to change your opinion just because we disagree. That is the beauty about being human, is that no two people are the exact same. And so with that being said, I hope you guys can take this apology if I ever offended you guys, because that's furthest from what I wanted to do. And once again, to make it clear, I never said KayKay was a mean girl. So I'll leave you guys with that. I want to move on over to Pepe on Miley Cyrus' mom's podcast, Sorry We're Cyrus. I talked about this on TikTok and we had Iris's mom chime in. Iris's mom actually followed me on TikTok a while back when I was covering Love Island and the Emmys. I actually just found this out not too long ago. I knew Iris was a Libra, but if Google serves me right, then her and I actually share a birthday. So that is probably why I love her so much, because I see a lot of myself in her in a weird way. But yeah, we had her mom chime in and I'll share with you guys a screenshot of what she said. But I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory of what Pepe really said on the podcast. So a few weeks ago, Tish had actually interviewed Alandria. She actually had not seen any of the Love Island episodes before she interviewed Alandria. So they actually did not talk about anything Love Island, really. They talked about her background, growing up in the South. They got to know each other and it was a beautiful interview. This one was a lot different because by this point, Tish had already watched the season. So she came ready and so did Pepe. The interview started off a little strong. Pepe was, you could tell, trying to create the scene and set the stage for the cheating scandal. And I'm going to paraphrase it, okay, guys? Do not quote me for what he actually said. This is going to be paraphrased. He basically talked about how the Love Island fans are great, but given the fact that the show comes to an abrupt stop, having taken over our emotions, our mental health, our feelings, like everything over the summer, for it to come to an abrupt stop and all the drama to basically stop, you know, we are left wanting more. And so when they get out of the villa and the show ends, a lot of the fans tend to feed the flame and create this drama to continue the life of Love Island after the fact. And I can agree with that. A lot starts to spill out as they do podcasts, as they do interviews. Like they continue to kind of feed the flame as well. It's not just the fans. And that was his segue into the cheating scandal. He said, just like the cheating scandal. And the craziest part is that he never even said Iris or TJ's name. But who else are you talking about, bro? Might as well have said their name. He probably went more out of his way to not say their name than to say them. But regardless, then he dropped, you know, that's kind of what happened with her cheating scandal. And the fact that he even worded it that way was kind of crazy. He alluded to the fans, you know, running with the cheating scandal based off of the pictures that TMZ caught of Iris and TJ linking up after they got home. However, we got those debunked pretty quickly after the fact because both Iris and Pepe went on the Vile Files and they spoke about those exact pictures. Iris addressed them and she basically said that she wanted to let TJ know that, you know, her feelings for him at that point were real, but the way the show is structured, you know, things change every single day. Pepe knew that she was going to have this conversation with TJ, and Pepe had the same intentions to talk to Hannah. So they were both on the same page when it came to that. They both debunked it. We all moved on. Okay, cool. He goes on to say that he was there for her during that cheating scandal, that he took to social media to kind of reassure everybody, like, it's not true. Like, it's fine. Like, it's okay. So then he pivots to say that weeks later, when he was in a cheating scandal, that he did not receive the same type of support or response that he gave her with her cheating scandal. And it's like, dude, pause. Her cheating scandal was with another islander who she actually had a connection with inside the villa prior to her and him ever linking up or coupling up. TJ and Pepe, from what they have both shared in interviews post villa, they were really good friends while in the villa. So I don't think, and I don't believe for a single minute that Pepe truly thought that TJ would do this to him, much less Iris. So what Pepe did in that moment was make himself the victim. You know what? I was there for her, but she wasn't there for me. I wanted to continue. I knew the truth. And, you know, we blew it off. We were working through our relationship, whatever it was, connection. And when it happened to me, she was not willing to like continue and put the work in and like hear me out. It came to an abrupt end. You know, they didn't address anything in the media, nothing. And so he made himself the victim in that moment. And that was like the craziest part. He then continues to say, guys, how ironic it was that she is now back with the person who she allegedly had the cheating scandal with. So he is insinuating that now that her and TJ are back together, it's kind of a coincidence that that's who the cheating scandal was with straight out of the villa when they were talking and catching up and like having that closure conversation. That was such a wild statement to make because for him to even play into that was messy and uncalled for. Iris has come out to say that she was so thankful and grateful for her experience in the villa and for Pepe. So for Pepe to do this a month after the fact, like, was wild behavior. I don't know. I don't believe it. That's just my perspective. But I want to show you guys a screenshot of the comment that Iris's mom left. Like I said, we are friends on TikTok, and she is truly a gem. Iris's mom, Eileen, commented on my video of this, and she says, it's so wild. Because I had also said that his accusations about Iris cheating on him were wild. Do we really think that Iris was cheating on him? Absolutely not. So Eileen says it was so wild, and I respond extremely. She then says it's definitely not true, and I don't like the narrative he is trying to form. I completely agree. Like I said, we stand with her. We stand with both of them. I stand with Iris. I stand with Eileen. It is crazy. What's funny is that she also shared some stories to her TikTok. And the first one was the Nicki Minaj audio where it says, if you don't like me, that's fine, but watch your mouth. And the second one was an Eminem audio, and it said, keep talking about me, but keep my daughter's name out of your mouth. She is the mother of dragons. Like, that's what the bio in her TikTok had said a while back or something like that, that she is the mother of dragons. And Pepe better tread lightly, because Iris has never come out to disrespect him or like smear his name. So for him to be doing it when she is so happy with TJ, like, was pathetic. Honestly, I have championed Pepe. I cannot stand behind those words and those claims. We wish him well, but yeah, I don't appreciate the words that are coming out of his mouth, that are spewing out of his mouth. I think that he is trying to create a narrative, a fake narrative, but also rewrite history. But what do you guys think? Pop off in the comment sections. Go give Eileen a follow. She is the greatest. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Again, I send you guys all my love. Once again, if my comments or my take and opinion about KayKay's reaction to being in the duel upset you or hurt you or offended you, I love you guys. Those were never my intention, so I apologize. Like I said, I love you. Pop off in the comment section, and we'll catch you guys later for another reality check. Bye, y'all. Happy Thursday.